Well, howdy doody and good morning. And we're back in the Yorkshire Dales again after a little trip to Lake District. And a location that has eluded me for sunrise for quite a while. This location, if you get big clouds, it's excellent for black and white, really is. And you can see over in the distance there, it's a lone tree. So we're on for a lone tree and sunrise. It has given out high cloud today, so nothing else, just high cloud. So hoping for a nice bit of colour at sunrise. It is about 40 minutes away sunrise. We've got the moon behind us as well, back there. It's nice and bright, so yeah. So you might have guessed where I am. So I do come here quite a bit. So yeah. So when I get up to there, up onto the limestone, I'll put you back on. So yeah, fingers crossed, this sunrise happened this morning. Right, I've just legged it up here. Because look at this colour now. There's nothing up above us at the minute. But this morning colour is just starting to happen. So I'll get a time lapse set up now. I'll get sort of the composition to make use of all this limestone. Look. Probably seen one or two of my videos before now where we use all these leading lines straight to it. So yeah, let's see what we come up with today, and hopefully this colour comes all the way across for us. Right, what can I say, peeps? Look at the colour in this sky at the minute. This is bloody fantastic, is this? So yeah, this is happening big time. I've left my phone in the van as well, so I can't even film it on the phone. So the van's over there, so yeah. But look at this. I've got the time lapse going just down here. So, but composition wise, I'm on a vertical orientation at the minute. Roughly 50-50, getting the line and that in, but I'm going to go wide. I'm going to go really wide and just get all this sky in. I'm fairly low to make use of all these leading lines and that. But yeah, if this casts over straight onto the tree, then this could be quite a special morning, this. Something that's eluded me for ages. Unfortunately, there's no sky above us. It's all over there at the minute. So I'm hoping it's going to blow a bit this way. But yeah, that is now starting to rise. Lovely is this.
My young love said to me, my mother won't mind.
Right, I've moved around a bit more to get more of a leading line straight onto the tree. As you can see, look, it is starting to brighten up now. These are a touch of green as well for some reason. Right on the left hand side there. I hope this camera's picking up this little Osmo action. Because yeah, a bit of green as well. So yeah, it's looking rather weird this morning, is this? Oh, let me turn you around that way, you can see me. Yeah, looking a bit weird is that. But it is catching some nice light and that now. So yeah, I'm going to go a bit closer, I think. Try and find something else. Try and get more of the tree and more of that sky in. Even though there's nothing round it. But all the cloud is on the left hand side. So yeah, let's try and see what else we can get. Right, it's casting as well. All down this side, look. All on the hill at the back of us. So yeah, to say sunrise until what? Another half an hour. Just proves get to your location early. Literally, I've just parked up, what, 10-15 minutes ago, and it was just starting to happen. So, yeah, it is happening early, is this?
And fondly I watch her move here and move there, and then she went onward.
Next composition comprises of a little patch of ice just down here. I don't want to lean too far forward because it's just on a bracket exposure at a minute, and leaves you with these leading lines straight onto the tree. I'm on 16mm now to make use of this puddle. I'm getting fairly low, as you can see, and just focus on there. I'm on an f16, try and get everything in focus, quite sharp. But yeah, it's just a little, with it being, it's about minus 2 or 3 at minute. It is give out a bit of frost as well last night. But there's just little puddles everywhere. I mean, there's some nice ones here, but the lines just don't lead you off quite right to the tree. So that's why I come over to this side, just to try and get a little bit more. I've still got a time lapse going, so that'll probably have me in it now, jumping round all over. So, but yeah, this is quite a nice one, is this. There's another one just down here, but I'm a bit too close to the tree there. I don't want to get too close, I want some of this sky and that in. But as you can see now, I'm just watching where I'm going and trying to find something else, because the amount of textures and that round here, it's fantastic. So it's still nice and pink, look. It's not as red as it was earlier. But yeah, early doors, it worked an absolute treat. The moon's still out, look, as well. So yeah, this is banging, is this. I'm just waiting now, see if any more colour, because it is turning pink behind us. So right, let me go catch another one. What I've got so far, I'll bob on for you, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of this colour. The only issue with this at the moment is just there's no cloud behind it. And that's the back of the camera at the moment. It's on the vertical orientation, taking to this puddle. But there's just nothing behind it. All the clouds seems to be over the left hand side. And it is dying off a touch. It's catching behind us, some lovely pink cloud behind us and stuff like that. And the moon as well. So I might just turn the time lapse round a little bit and get it going. Put it from this side of the tree. See what happens over there. Yeah, some nice colour over there, especially with the moon. So I might just nip to the other side of the tree and get one with this moon, just to see what that's like. But yeah, it's worth trying, is that? So yeah, bear with me for a moment. I'll get us up around the other side. I've come back around the other side. The other side didn't really work as such. I've got the time lapse shooting that way, just so I get the moon setting in the time lapse. So I'll pop the images on from that side anyway. Just let me know what you think. I was hoping it was going to cast a little bit on the clouds, but they seem to be dissipating. Although my right shoulder there, they just seem to be catching a little bit, but there's just nothing around this side. There's a touch of pink coming up there. So the next plan is I'm just going to wait for that sun to break the horizon. So let me hop across here. I've come back a little bit. I'm getting this little bit craggier, just here, leading you all the way in. So, and the lines do follow towards the tree. But I've got that tree roughly centre of frame, just off centre to the right. I'm hoping the sun's going to come up. I'm going to try and get a starburst, sunburst on the left hand side, just so it balances the image up. So yeah, that's the plan. Fingers crossed that works. Right, I've just moved round a touch, just because this little crag bit here I think is the better composition than that one. Even though that had a lot of lean lines, this is more definition to it, and I can get the tree a bit more over to the right hand side, just ready for when that sun comes over. I'm bracketing as well, because the dynamic range at the minute is great, just in case. So I know the Sony camera does have a great dynamic range to it, but that sun is coming up quite bright now. It's a shame there's not a lot more cloud around the tree, so I have focused more on the limestone, hoping when that sun rises it casts a nice glow over the limestone, especially with no clouds being up there. So I'll show you back at the camera. That's the composition at the moment. There you go. So I'm underexposing a bit because I'm bracketing as well. just to make sure I'm not blowing these highlights out, because these touches are patched of puddles as I look around here all the way down, because obviously it is quite cold as well. I mean, I would like this one here, but doing this one, I can't get all the tree in to make it look right, unfortunately. So yeah, fingers crossed these turn out. I'm just waiting for that sunstar now. It is looking quite misty in the valley as well. Well, I won't say misty, just hazy, that's all. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this, because it's nearly due to come over, look, as you can see. As you can see, the sun is just about to come over now. Obviously, it's going to make the camera a little bit later on, because I've got the camera quite low. Hence, I'm just shooting, because I want it just right, that. But yeah, these are a plain trail as well, on the left hand side. But that actually mirrors the back of the camera. The diagonal guideline just down here, it actually mirrors that. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I don't like plain lines, but getting a couple above on the right hand side, a couple on the left. But it's just one of the things, isn't it? You take it, you can clone it out, but I think it would be no sky either. It just makes something a little bit different. So yeah, we are starting to get a touch of colour just on top now of the limestone. If I drop down low, it's just about to come through. So let me get this shot and I'll come back to you. It's starting to rise now above it. As you can look behind me, it is casting over the hills now. So I've flipped the camera around as well. I'm on a vertical orientation. I will flip it back as well when the sun does rise a bit. But it's obviously full manual. The glove is off now because it makes it a bit easier, even though my hand will get cold. So it's all on F16. I might try it on F22 in a minute, just to make sure you get that sun star. And let's see what. There we go. Let's see what that works out. As it is, because I'm still quite low. It's got to break that little wall over there. Right. As you can see now, the sun is just breaking up. I see, you saw the images before, just before the sun star. I have moved a bit further forward, only about a foot, just because these little rocks here I thought were a bit too distracting. So I'll come a little bit higher and put the camera down, just so I can get it into this little crevice here. So on the back of the camera, that sun now is just breaking that little wall side. It is casting a bit of light now on the top of here again, so yeah, I think this will be the image. I think this will be the one. Vertical orientation, making use of all the limestone straight down here. So yeah, tree on the right hand third, sun star on the left hand third. Yeah, I think it's worked quite nice as that. So I'm just shooting, bracketing and that as well, just to make sure I've got it. Just adjusting the exposure. So yeah, we'll see what these will come out like. I did try and do a vertical panel as well, just as the sun was coming up, so I don't know whether that's worked or not. But if it has, I'll bob that up as well as these. I will try and have a look around that side as well now that Sunday's coming up. So once it's broken up fully, I'll have a one down this side here, just see if I can get one across that side, because on the other side, there's the other little lone tree. So I'll link in the description up here. When I came up here that time, I did this tree and we walked down to that one as well, down that side. Because that one's looking quite nice as well with the sun casting against it. Just a shame there's no cloud as such. It did give out 100% high cloud, but I don't even think there's that really. So yeah, but yeah, I think this sun is well and truly up now. The early morning colour is just about gone, and it's just casting a nice glow now over the landscape. Right peeps, I've moved down a little bit further forward. Just getting this little puddle in as well and leads you straight on. I'm on the full 16mm on this Sigma 16-28 at a minute. So yeah, it is just getting a bit of the sun star as well on the left hand side. So composition there. The tree just slightly off to the right and the sun star just slightly off to the left. So hopefully this is catching it, which personally I think this one could be even better than that last one I've just put up. So fingers crossed anyway. So yeah, I'm just shooting now because that sun is just casting a nice bit of colour, which is just that exposure. It's just casting a nice bit of colour now, just on the top of this limestone. So yeah, it's just making it, giving that something extra. It's a bit of warmth to the image. The limestone is very cold, literally very cold this morning, but it's got that nice touch of blue on the limestone and a bit of orange here and there from this warm sun. Well, saying warm, it's still -3 or -4 at the minute. Hence the gloves are back on, and yes, I've done it again. Went to wipe my nose, bloody pressed ud. Yeah, I thought I ripped my nose off again, even though I said that on one of the previous vlogs. But yeah, that sun is up now. But it's also casting under the tree. The moss is up. I'll show you a bit of B-roll actually. The moss on there is fantastic, and it's just catching it as well. So yeah, if this has worked out, which I'm sure it will have done, I'll bob this one up for you. Right, I'm just experimenting with something now. I've come down to this side, which I've never shot before, so I always think the lead lines all go that way. However, on the back of the camera, I'm getting it so the sun is just starring at the bottom trunk, but there's a bit of limestone just here. It's slightly messy, but it sort of zigzags your way up to the tree, which I've never noticed before, not until this sunrise this morning. So yeah, it's always worth experimenting when you're on a location, just to move around and stuff. I know I like my sun stars, so yeah, I'm just messing around with bits and bats now. Wonder if I can get a bit close and try and get one from the other side. So yeah, we'll try that next. Right. The only issue I found at this side is the tree leans the wrong way as such. It leads away from the sun as such. Yeah, the sun's cast on the right hand side. The sun star. It's very nice, I must admit. It looks absolutely great. But it's just for me, just leaning the wrong way. Be careful where I put my feet. So I much prefer it, the sun star this side. So I might just try and get myself right. See if I can get something else at this side, just when that sun's coming up. So if I do, I'll bob it all on the end anyway. So what I'll do for the time being, I'll bob the time lapse on now. The one from this morning, the first bit, and then I've just moved it round to this side now with the sun coming round back of the tree. So I'll bob them on now for you, and then I'll come back to you. have been doing, I've just been doing a bit of handheld shots, just trying to move the sun where I want it. At the moment, I've just done a landscape version. I'm just trying to get it between the branches. So yeah, quite a few sun stars and that. I will probably try and warm it up a little bit, just so you can see the star effect. But yeah, what I'll do now, I'll end with all the images, all the sun stars that I've just been doing. You've just seen the time lapse now. So if you've enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up and just experiment when you're on a location where it don't quite go right. Earlier it looked like it was going well, but when it don't quite go right, just make the most of the conditions. Like now, bright sun, so I'm just playing around with sun stars. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please consider subscribing and give us the old thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now and happy snapping.